Mike. Yeah, Mike.
This is our second venture outside of California. We have some experience. We have a plant that we built just south of Memphis, Tennessee, in Arkansas, in eastern Arkansas. That one was built on 30 acres. We opened it in 2015, and we got support from the local government in Arkansas, very similar to what we're getting here. We were interviewing, if you will, several other states, Oklahoma, Louisiana, Texas. We ended up going to Arkansas because of the relationship that we had with them. Very similar, again, to the kind of feeling and relationship we got with the folks in Levelland. And just that you know, when we decided to build another facility, because our business model is just growing very, very rapidly, we've been averaging about 30% growth per year for the last 5 or 6 years in a row. And we had a kind of a verbal agreement with the people in Lubbock, of all things, of all places. And somebody suggested, well, wait a second, there's a small little town west of there called Levelland, and we heard that they had a few acres that maybe you could think about putting a shovel in the ground. And so we contacted them, and from the very moment we talked to them, we had a real good feeling, and I think it may have been with David, as a matter of fact. And he just kept telling us just how progressive this area is, how the people are, and the commitment that the government had to try to expand and grow this nice little community. So at the end of the day, we had just a verbal arrangement with Lubbock, and we pulled out of it and we committed to Levelland. And that was 6 or 8 months ago, and thus far, I think it's one of the best things that we ever did. The attitude of the people here is just phenomenal. It's very optimistic. It's a can-do attitude. There is no word is failure, and they proved that. We worked hand in hand on helping them understand who we are, what we're trying to do, and then there's so many people involved trying to get us grants to increase the incentives to bring us here. And all told, I think it ended up being somewhere in the neighborhood of $1 million in grants. One of the things that we needed that was essential is a rail spur, a rail siding, if you will, because of the volume of chemicals that we'll be either receiving in raw materials or shipping out is very important. And when we got on Google Maps and saw this big giant monstrosity over here, well, we knew that we're going to be like 10% of that size, but we had a real good possibility. And we have grand aspirations of making this our largest facility in our company. We have one in Modesto, California, in Central Valley. Then, like I said, we're south of Memphis. The one in Memphis is about 175,000 square feet. We're going to start here with about 75,000. I told the Chamber of Commerce, the city some of the members yesterday, and members of the Economic Development Commission. They had a little meeting, and I told them that we had a very similar arrangement in Arkansas as we're going to have here. And part of the deal is that when you get all these grants, naturally the city has to have some kind of guarantees or goals, if you will, as to what we can achieve in order to deserve all these grants and all the effort. So in Arkansas, they gave us some grants, and we agreed to do 25 employees within 3 years. Very similar set of circumstances. We opened the doors there in 2015, which was just a little over 4 years ago, and right now we have 110 employees there. So we exceeded it by 4.5 times, and we think the same thing's going to happen here. We think within 4 or 5 years we're going to have between 100 and 150 employees in all very well-paying jobs. In Arkansas, in this little town that we're in, it's the size of Levelland, 11,000 people. We have the highest rate of pay and benefits of anybody in all of eastern Arkansas. The same thing's going to be here. We have full medical, full dental. We have 2 retirement programs, a 401k program. We have a safe harbor program. We're very, very progressive, and we treat all of our employees, no matter what location that they're at, the same as far as benefits. Our rate of pay will end up being probably one of the highest in this area. And even though we're a chemical company, you don't equate that to really high-tech jobs. We're a very new, progressive chemical company, and we have a very high level of skill required. And you can't just jump out of high school and fill the role of some of our jobs that we're going to have here. They're going to be highly specialized: electronics, electricians, mechanical engineers, structural engineers, and all that's necessary for a company like us with what we do, because we are one of the more progressive companies in our business in this country. So with that said, the quality of people that we're going to hire, that's going to be in your community, is going to be a much higher level than, I don't want to point fingers at any other industry, but I'll just say that we'll have one of the highest level of employee enrollment here at this facility as you will have in Levelland anywhere. I wanted to thank again the Economic Development Commission, the City Council, the Mayor, all the people who are here supporting us, whether you're in government or not. I think that I'm very, very proud. I started this business 29 years ago in my garage by myself. Now we have over 200 employees. We're going to have soon 3 locations, and within another couple of years we're looking at another one on the East Coast as well. We're growing very rapidly. Never in my wildest dreams did I think that we would be here. When I started my company, I was telling someone the other day, the only thing I wanted to do was just make a better life for my family and kids. I didn't have aspirations to have 200 employees and be in multiple locations in the United States. I don't know. I don't know how we got here, but I'm proud that we are. And I want to thank you all for welcoming us here. Just the fact that you're here standing in front of me tells us an awful lot, and it's much appreciated. Thank you.